Well, today I want to talk about Dolly Parton. As I'm sure most of you have heard, Dolly Parton passed away yesterday, age 80. And it's just, I guess I never found myself to be a huge Dolly Parton fan as far as her music, but certainly liked a few of her songs. But this is beyond that. In our divided times, in a time, in a place, in our society, when we're so divided, where we're so backed into our corners, fighting for our team against the other side to make sure the other team loses, she was someone that appealed to everybody, every side. Nobody really had anything bad to say about her. She made sure she didn't get too involved in politics, didn't display many political opinions, but what she did do is she stood up for people. She stood up for gay rights. She stood up for trans rights. She stood up for people, being a real Christian, being Christ-like to people, to be supportive. It's just so sad when we lose someone like that, someone who can bridge divides. Somebody who can, love others for exactly who they are, not who they think they want them to be. She was an example for all of us on how we can treat each other. She knew that people were people, the same wants and needs, food, shelter, water, of course, but purpose. She knew that people needed purpose. She also supplied 300 million books to children. She helped housing in Black communities. And she did all of this with the other side still liking her. Now, if she stood against everything that Trump and MAGA supports, how come people on that side still like her? How come she bridged divides? How can she appeal to everybody? Maybe it's something unexplainable. Maybe it's something that was inside of her that related to us, how we wish we could treat each other as humans, as we truly are. If someone's a jerk, they're a jerk. It doesn't matter who they love. It doesn't matter where they're from. It doesn't matter how much money is in their bank account. It doesn't matter how they identify. All that matters is the humanity in their heart, the love and kindness in their soul, and desire to leave the world a little better than we left it. Society lost a good one. She was a good one. She was a great one. It's something that we have to come to terms with on our own journey and our own evolution. How do we treat each other? Do we put each other down? Do we persecute others? Do we insult others? That appear so different from us because we feel that they're threatening everything that we've built. Is that really true? Or is that just something we've built up in our minds to make ourselves feel better for being an asshole to people? Maybe. I mean, it's hard to say with our own unique journeys and everywhere that we've been why we do things we do. Maybe we're jealous. Maybe we have low self-esteem. Maybe we don't feel like the world will accept us as we truly are. If we have to fit into a certain box, if we have to speak a certain way, if we have to act a certain way, love a certain way, identify a certain way. That's the only way that we'll feel part of society, that we'll have our place. Well, Dolly taught us an important lesson. That to truly find our place, we have to be who we truly are. The more we fake it, we don't make it. We just push ourselves further down the rabbit hole and further away from who we truly are. And what we truly desire will always appear further and further out of reach. And I hope that, other people take up the mantle. There's lots of other good, honest human people out there. But how can we appeal to people's humanity? How can we show that people are people and that love is love? By being who we are. We need to be who we are. We can't let other people define us. If we're truly looking for joy in our hearts and love and purpose and kindness, it starts with us. How do we treat other people when we were walking down the street? We see someone different. See someone holding hands in a couple that we don't understand. Because it's not us, so why would someone else, be with someone of the same sex? We're with a different one. That's what we're always told, how we were raised. So why is someone else being so different? Why do they have the right to destroy what everything in society is built? Well, maybe what we look as destruction is really creation. Creation of something more real. Creation of something that's always been there, but is finally coming out. Truth, authenticity, realness. That's what Dolly represented. The human being that we all are inside that we may be afraid to admit. And there's so much I want to say. We are entering a period of darkness. Well, we are in darkness. It is getting darker and darker as the days go by. But it's also getting lighter. And I know it's hard to say because of all the destruction and all the rights being taken away and all the people being rounded up and, with the military and anybody who's thought of to not be a cisgender, white, straight male, landowning Protestant male is thought of to be less than. Is that really how we're trying to get to? Is that really how we're trying to evolve into a homogenous society that's all the same? People that believe we're a Christian nation or we're a straight nation or we're this or we're that. How about all the other people that believe different, that love different, that identify different? Are they not human? Do they not deserve happiness and joy to be who they truly are? Are we afraid to be who we truly are? Is that why we have such a problem with them? Maybe. It's really hard to say. Again, people's own unique experiences. But we'll never get ahead. We'll never further the evolution in our society if we keep putting down people for being different. We look up to people who accept others for their differences, who love others because they're different. Not in spite of their differences, because they're different. Because they show us a different way, sometimes a better way. What works for them might not work for us, and what works for us might not work for them. But that is why we must unify. It's why we can unify. Once we understand that we're not all the same, and we all have differences, and we're all trying to deal with those differences in a way that makes sense in a chaotic world that just keeps getting more intense and more connected, so everybody's watching everybody else's moves and nothing can be hidden. We're getting to that point. There's always more light. There's always more love. There's always more kindness. We must spread that to everybody we interact with. Our species can't collectively evolve, can't collectively survive long into the future unless we love each other. Dolly taught us that. Dolly taught us that to truly get ahead, to truly evolve as a society, we must accept everybody. And not just acceptance, but equality. We must live with each other. We are the same because we're different, because we're all dealing with differences in a way that we're trying to make sense of it in our chaotic minds. That's what makes us the same. It might play out differently in practice, but we are the same because we're different. And that's what makes life wonderful and joyful and loving. We just need to recognize that. Well, if you like what you heard, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And please, if you have any ideas for things you'd like me to talk about, please drop them in the comments. I would really love to hear from all of you, what you think, what you'd like me to say, any comments about what I have said. And some parting words. Life's too short to hate all the time. There's too much ugliness and too much darkness in the world. There's always more light. We just have to shine it as brightly as we can to as many people as we can. Dolly Parton knew this. That's what she did. She might not have displayed political opinions, but she displayed her humanity every chance she got. And in that, she made the ultimate example that we should all live by. We all need to be as human as possible and as kind and loving as possible to everybody we meet, regardless of their background, regardless of their upbringing or their family or their religion or who they love or how they identify. None of that matters. What does is the humanity and love in their heart and in our hearts. That's all that matters. We need to get back to what's real. How we'd like the world to be. Do we want to hate each other, or do we want to love each other? What will further us as a society? We must be real. We must be authentic. Let's go out and love each other. It's really not that hard.